Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari, Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha, Jaya Girivaradhari.
Jai Radha Madhava, Jai Kunja Vihari, Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha, Girivaradhari.
Jaya Radha Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna. So, very warm welcome to all of you for today's session on the Srimad Bhagavatam. We'll start our session with the prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki. So we discussed in our previous session that how the Lord, He impregnates this material energy. In the previous session, we discussed the 19th shloka of the 26th chapter of the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And in that, we discussed that Daivat Shubhita Dharmanya. So this material energy is Shubhita. Shubhita means it is agitated by the Supreme Lord. And then this material energy starts to produce living entities or their bodies. Adhatta Viryam Sasuta Mahat Tattvam Hiranmayam. And that's how this Mahat Tattvam or this material energy becomes active. And we discussed example also that mother's womb has the capacity to nurture the body of the child. It has all the ingredients to maintain the body of the child, to grow the body of the child. But the child or the spirit soul is impregnated by the father. Similarly, this material energy also contains all the 26 elements and predominantly the 24 elements. But until unless the Lord agitates this material energy, until unless He impregnates this material energy cannot in itself has the capacity. This material energy does not have the capacity to produce living entities. It can only sustain the elements which can produce the bodies of the living entities. But the living entities are impregnated into this material energy by the Supreme Lord Himself. So now today we'll begin our discussion with text 20, shloka number 20 of the 26th chapter of the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Vishwamatmagatam Vyanjan कूटस्थो जगदङ्कुरः स्वतेजसा पिबत् तीव्रम् आत्मप्रस्वापनं तमः विश्वमात्मगतं व्यञ्जन् कूटस्थो जगदङ्कुरः स्वतेजसा पिबत् तीव्रम् आत्मप्रस्वापनं तमः. Translation. Thus, after manifesting variegatedness, the effulgent Mahatattva, which contains all the universes within itself, which is the root of all cosmic manifestations, and which is not destroyed at the time of annihilation, swallows up the darkness which covered the effulgence at the time of dissolution. Now you see. So as soon as the Lord enters into this material creation, if you remember, we discussed, we have discussed it many times, that this Mahat Tattva or this material energy of the Lord is a shadow potency of the original energy, which is Brahman. It's basically a manifestation from Brahman, from the internal potency of Krishna, but it's created by the Lord to sustain the living entities who have gone against the will of the Lord. That is the purpose of Mahat Tattva. So Mahat Tattva is not internal potency, it's the external potency of Krishna, which is also called inferior potency of Krishna. But it's a perverted reflection of the original potency of Krishna. And Lord Krishna talks about it in the first shloka of the 15th chapter. That Urzamula Madashakham Ashwatham Prahuravyayam. So Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, he says that this material energy is like a perverted reflection of the spiritual energy of Krishna. Okay. Now, this material energy is not a Chidmay energy, Sat Chit energy. It's not Satchidanand energy. It's Asat Achit Niranand energy. Okay. So it does not have its own capacity to move. It's inert. This material energy is inert. And that's what we discussed in the previous session also. That when the Lord enters into this material energy, then this material energy starts to move or starts to get agitated. So it is agitated when the Lord enters into this material energy as Paramatma. If you remember, the 26th element is the super soul or Paramatma, and the 25th element is the time element. Now, time element as well as super soul or Paramatma, both are expansions of Krishna. So when Krishna enters into this material energy as Paramatma, because of the presence of the Lord, this material energy, although it is dark in nature, if you remember, Brahma Jyoti is self-effulgent, because Brahma Jyoti means it's the effulgence of Krishna. It is illuminated. In the Brahma Jyoti or in the internal potency of Krishna, there is no darkness. It's completely effulgent. It's fully illuminated energy of Krishna. Okay. But this material energy is dark region created within this effulgent region. It's dark region. But that darkness exists only until the Lord enters. Now here it is mentioned in this shloka, you can see on your screen. Vishwamatma Gatam Vyanjan. Vishwam means this whole material creation. Kutastho Jagadankurah. Kutast means it's static. Kutast means static, cannot move on its own. Okay. Jagadankurah. Jagadankura means it is the source of this moving Jagat. This Mahat Tattva in the beginning stage cannot move on its own. It's immovable, and that is why here it is called Kutastha. Kutastha means it's immovable. It cannot move. It has no movement. But it is the seed. Jagad Ankura means the seed. From this Mahat Tattva, Pradhan gets created, and from Pradhan, Prakriti gets created. Okay. So this Mahat Tattva in the beginning has got no movement, but it is the seed of this material creation. Okay. So Swatejasa Pibat Tivram. Swatejasa. Tejas means Brahma Tejas. So Brahma Tejas is in Krishna's body. Krishna's body is effulgent, Brahman, Brahma Jyoti is emanating from Krishna's body. So when Krishna expands as Lord Narayan, okay, and then when Lord Narayan expands as Karanodakshai Vishnu, okay. So who is Karanodakshai Vishnu? He is also called Mahavishnu. Who is Mahavishnu? So Lord Narayan, who enters into this material creation, is called Mahavishnu. Let me show you one image to substantiate this point. This Mahat Tattva how this Mahat Tattva gets agitated by the Lord, and I'll just show you the depiction of that. You can see on your screen. You see. First, let us you see on your screen. Now, this part, you can see below is the material manifestation and above is the spiritual manifestation, spiritual energy of Krishna, and below is the material energy of Krishna. It's a pictorial depiction, so don't think that this is drawn according to scale. No, it's not drawn according to scale. It's just to depict material as well as spiritual creation. You can't depict everything in a picture because truth is always stranger than fiction. So you can't depict everything on a picture. But yeah, in one sense, by seeing this, we can get a know-how of how material creation and spiritual creation exist. You see, this is Brahma Jyoti. You can see in the middle, there is Brahma Jyoti. Now this Brahma Jyoti, you see, this is Brahma Jyoti. This Brahma Jyoti is all pervading. That means spiritual creation and material creation both are present within Brahma Jyoti only. Right? Everything is present within Brahman, and Brahman is the effulgence or the energy, the potency of Krishna. Now, this Brahma Jyoti is the source of both spiritual as well as material manifestation. So, this small, it looks as if this is a small part, but no, the whole creation is Brahma, it exists within Brahma Jyoti. But yeah, here it is, it looks as if it just in between there is some Brahma Jyoti. No, Brahma Jyoti is all pervading, everywhere it's Brahma Jyoti only, and within Brahma Jyoti, these two creations exist. Okay. So what happens is, you can see on your screen, Krishna, you see, Krishna is Radha Krishna, this is Golok Vrindavan. Okay. This is in the spiritual creation. So Krishna's original planet is Golok Vrindavan, where Radha Krishna and Krishna's all the associates of Krishna, Mother Yashoda, Nand Baba, all of them are present, and these eternal pastimes are going on in Golok Vrindavan. Okay. Then Krishna, his first expansion is Baladev Prabhu or Balram, Lord Balram. Then Lord Balram, so when Krishna expands as Lord Balram, okay, after that Lord Balram, he expands as quadruple expansion, which is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Niruddha. Then from Sankarshan comes Lord Narayan. So Lord Narayan is expansion of Lord Sankarshan. Okay. So Krishna expands as Lord Balram. Then Lord Balram expands as Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Niruddha. And the Sankarshan part of Lord Balram expands into Lord Narayan. You see. So this is Vaikuntha. This everything is Vaikuntha only. But this is basically Vaikuntha Lokas. Lokas means various planets in which Lord Narayan is in different forms. Okay. So in one of the planet, Lord Narayan is in the form of Lord Parshuram. In one of the planet, Lord Narayan is in the form of Lord Narsingadev. In one of the planet, Lord Narayan is in the form of Lord Ram. Right. So like that, there are different unlimited forms of Lord Narayan, and each form of Lord Narayan, because Krishna expands as Balram, Balram expands as Chaturvyuh or quadruple expansions, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and then Sankarshan expands as unlimited Narayan forms. So these different Narayan forms are predominating deity of each and every Vaikuntha planet. You can see these are all, you can see on your screen, these are all Vaikuntha planets. You see all these effulgent circles which you are seeing, or spheres which you are seeing, these are all different Vaikuntha planets. These are unlimited number of Vaikuntha planets, and in all these Vaikuntha planets, Lord Narayan is present in different forms. Okay. So these are all different forms of Lord Narayan, unlimited forms of Lord Narayan. Now, amongst these, all these Lord Narayanas who are present, one of the Lord, one of only, there are unlimited forms of Lord Narayan. So one of the Narayanas, only one of them, he enters here. You see, this Narayan, this, only one of the Narayanas, he enters into this material energy. You see, this is Mahhatwa. This below this Karan ocean which is written here, you see. Okay. You see. So this is material energy. Okay. And below this is the material energy. And one of the Lord Narayan, one of Narayanas, he enters into this material energy. And that Narayan, when he enters into this material energy, entering means Vishate. In Sanskrit, the word enter, to enter means Vishate, to enter. And that's why he becomes Vishnu. He is Narayan only, but his name becomes Vishnu. Just like At home, we may be called by different names. Babu, Chotu, Motu, Patlu, whatever, Raju. But when we go to our office, there people know us by our legal names. Okay. So, in the spiritual world, Krishna is known by so many names. Krishna, Narayan, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Niruddha, Balaram, all these names. But when Lord Narayan, he enters into this material energy, his name becomes Mahavishnu. So Mahavishnu is Lord Narayan only, one of the Narayanas. Okay. But when he enters into this material energy, he becomes Mahavishnu. Okay. And then as soon as Lord Mahavishnu enters, now coming back to the shloka which we were discussing, you see, so Swatejasa Pibhakti Vram. So before Lord Narayan enters into this material energy or Mahat Tattva, this Mahat Tattva is inactive. It is in its seed form. Seed means in Bij form. So the Bij form of material energy is called Mahat Tattva. Okay. Just by the desire of the Lord, this Mahat Tattva, that the dark region in the effulgence, in the Brahma Jyoti, in the whole Brahma Jyoti, a very insignificant part of Brahma Jyoti becomes dark. So the dark region which is created within Brahma Jyoti, that is called Mahat Tattva. But Mahat Tattva is inactive. Mahat Tattva will become active only when the Lord enters into that, isn't it? So who is that Lord who enters into that Mahat Tattva? That Lord, that Supreme Lord is expansion of Lord Narayan, and he is called as Mahavishnu. So when Lord Mahavishnu, he is the soul of the whole creation. Okay. So when Lord Mahavishnu, he enters into this material energy or Mahat Tattva, then you see, Swatejasa Apibat Tivram. Tivram means very quickly. So this whole material energy very quickly loses all darkness. All the darkness gets dissipated. Because the Lord has entered, isn't it? And Lord has effulgence. So when the Lord enters, all the darkness gets dissipated or swallowed up. It gets swallowed, and Atma Praswapanam Tamaha. Okay. Atma Prasva Apannam. Apannam means the darkness which was covering this Mahat Tattva, it gets dissipated. It gets swallowed up by the effulgence of Lord Mahavishnu. So that is what is mentioned here. Just like this Mahat Tattva is like the night. So when night is there, why darkness exists? What is the reason of darkness? Why darkness? What is the cause of darkness? The cause of darkness is absence of light, isn't it? Darkness cannot exist when light exists. So darkness on earthly planet is when there is no sunlight. So absence of sunlight is called night. As soon as sunlight is in the sky, can there be darkness? No, impossible. Darkness exists only when there is no light. So in the night there is darkness because there is no sunlight. But as soon as sun is there in the sky, all around the earth there is light. Everything becomes bright. Similarly, this darkness in Mahat Tattva exists only till Lord Mahavishnu enters. As soon as Lord Mahavishnu enters, all the darkness gets swallowed up, and this whole Mahat Tattva becomes effulgent because of the body of Lord Mahavishnu. Now, text 21, shloka number 21. Yattat sattvagunam swachham shantam bhagavatah padam yadahurvasudevakyam chittam tanmahadatmakam. यत्तत् सत्त्वगुणं स्वच्छं शान्तं भगवतः पदं यदाहुर्वासुदेवाख्यं चित्तं तन्महदात्मकम्. Translation: the mode of goodness, which is the clear, sober status of understanding the personality of Godhead, and which is generally called Vasudev or consciousness, becomes manifest in the Mahat Tattva. Now you see. So here what we are discussing is the beginning stages of creation. The beginning stage, when this material energy of Krishna is not contaminated by the three modes. Okay. So what we are discussing here, this Mahat Tattva, in the beginning is not contaminated. Mahat Tattva is not a contaminated part of material energy, because Mahat Tattva gets contaminated when the three modes and time element, they get agitated, right? When the three modes get agitated by time element, then Mahat Tattva gets contaminated. In the beginning stages, just like a child, when a child is born from the womb of the mother, so that child is so pure, isn't it? Every child, whenever a child is born, that child is so pure. But when the child starts to grow up, then gradually we see in the child, this child gets contaminated with material consciousness. Same thing is here. So Mahat Tattva in the beginning is uncontaminated. It is not contaminated. It is pure. So that pure form of Mahat Tattva is called Vasudev. The consciousness which is present in pure form of Mahat Tattva is Vasudev consciousness, which is called pure mode of goodness. Why? Because till now only Lord Mahavishnu has entered. So Lord Mahavishnu's consciousness is pure consciousness. It is Vasudev consciousness. In fact, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna talks about it in the 7th chapter, the 19th shloka. Right? So what does Krishna talk about? In the 7th chapter, the 19th shloka of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Samahatma Sudurlabhaha. In our pure consciousness, our consciousness is also called Vasudev consciousness. Our original consciousness is Vasudev. Vasudev means Krishna alone without his energies. Vasudev means Krishna without his energies. Okay. So that pure consciousness is Vasudev consciousness. So that is what is mentioned here. Yattat sattva gunam swachham. Yat tat. So basically, sattva gunam swachham. Swachham means pure. So sattva gunam swachham means pure sattva guna, shuddha sattva. Pure sattva exists. Shantam bhagavatah padam. Shantam means peaceful or pure. So this pure consciousness exists in the beginning, which is Bhagavatah Padam, which is Bhagavatah Padam means it is important to that consciousness is meant for Bhagavat. Bhagavat means Krishna. To understand Krishna, that consciousness is required. Okay. That is why we can understand Krishna only when we pure understanding of Krishna comes when we transcend the three modes. When we go beyond the three modes. So that going beyond the three modes means we enter into our original consciousness, which is the consciousness of, that consciousness is called Shuddha Sattva or Vasudev consciousness. Okay. So that is what is mentioned here, that Yattat Sattva Gunam Swachham Shantam Bhagavatah Padam. So that pure consciousness is Bhagavatah Padam. It is the consciousness which is our original consciousness by which we can understand Krishna. Okay. Yadahur Vasudevakyam. Yad Ahur Vasudevakyam. Ahur means to speak. So that consciousness is called as Vasudev consciousness. That's what is mentioned here. Vasudevakyam means it is called as Vasudev consciousness. Which consciousness? Sattva Gunam Swachham. Sattva Gunam Swachham. That means pure Sattva Guna. Shuddha Sattva Guna. Shuddha Sattva. Shuddha Sattva is called Vasudev consciousness. In this material world, there is no pure Vasudev consciousness. Because in conditioned stage, when a living entity is contaminated by the three modes, so in the three modes also there is Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. But this Sattva Guna, the Sattva Guna which is present in these three modes, that is not pure goodness. It is called material mode of goodness. Okay. In the material world, the goodness which is present, it is called material mode of goodness, material mode of passion, material mode of ignorance. Okay. So don't confuse when we say that Shuddha Sattva, that is not Sattva Guna. No. Shuddha Sattva is different from Sattva Guna. Okay. Pure unalloyed mode of goodness is different from mode of goodness. Because mode of goodness or Sattva Guna is material mode of goodness. It's not spiritual goodness. Okay. So don't get confused when I say Shuddha Sattva, it's different. It's the original goodness which exists only in Brahmajyoti or Vaikuntha. Okay. So this Sattva Gunam Swachham, this pure Sattva Gun, this pure mode of goodness is called Vasudevakyam. This is called Vasudev goodness. This material mode of goodness, the Sattva Guna which we talk about, of course, it is conducive for bhakti. It's better to be in Sattva Gun than in Rajogun and Tamogun. But Sattva Gun is also a contaminated Sattva Gun. Okay. Sattva Gun, which is present in the three modes of material nature, it is called material mode of goodness. It is better than Tamoguna and Rajoguna. Sattva Gun is better than Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Why? Because if a person is in Sattva Gun, he can be disciplined and gradually he can rise above Sattva Gun to reach Sattva Gunam Swachham. You see, in this shloka, the word which is used, Sattva Gunam Swachham. So the goal is not to be in Sattva Guna. The goal is to transcend Sattva Guna to reach the stage of Vasudev consciousness. And that Vasudev consciousness is called Shuddha Sattva consciousness or pure goodness. That pure goodness is required to understand Krishna. Okay. So Yadahur Vasudevakyam Chittam Tan Mahadatmakam. So that consciousness is present in the beginning. So that when Mahat Tattva gets created, the dark region within Brahma Jyoti, that's very insignificant part of Brahma Jyoti becomes dark. So that dark part of Brahma Jyoti, that very, very small part of Brahma Jyoti which becomes dark, that part is called Mahatattva. But as soon as Lord Narayan enters into that Mahatattva, he becomes Mahavishnu. His name is Mahavishnu. And when Mahavishnu enters, then this Mahatattva gets illuminated by the presence of Lord Mahavishnu. And the consciousness which is present in the beginning, that consciousness is called Vasudev consciousness. That is the same consciousness which is present in the spiritual world in the beginning. Okay, so that is what is mentioned here in these two shlokas. So we'll discuss more about it in the upcoming sessions. Those who are new to the channel can subscribe. All of you can like, comment, share. We'll stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.